Law Office of Isaac Toveg.
I'm Julia.
Hi.
I was in a car accident. I was so shocked. What should I do?
I'm sorry to hear that. Are you okay? Anybody been injured?
I don't know. Okay.
Okay, relax, be calm, go to the other party, obtain their contact information, and see if they are okay. If they are okay, exchange all your information with theirs. Provide them with your license, copy of your license. Also provide them with your insurance information, and take as many pictures as you can. And above all, see if there's any witnesses that actually saw the accident.
Okay. I will follow your advice.
Yes, be calm and relax, and then give me a call. I will try to set up an appointment for you to see a healthcare provider.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Adik, thank you for your help the other day. These are the pictures from the accident. I was so frightened from head to toe. I know having legal representation is very important after being in an automobile accident. Please advise me what's the next.
Julie, I understand that you're frightened, but the next step you need to do is contact your insurance carrier and provide them with the information of what happened in your automobile collision. You need to provide them with the other party's information, their contact number, and let them provide you with a claim number. Do not provide them with any other information until you speak with an attorney.
How are the insurance companies usually participate in these kind of cases?
What they usually do is they go ahead and send an adjuster out there and appraise the value of the collision itself. What would it take to repair both your vehicle and the other party's vehicle? Then afterwards, they will evaluate and determine who's at fault. They will try to interview you, and they will try to interview the other side. I would strongly recommend not to have them interview at all until you either speak to your attorney and have your attorney present and let him advise you whether or not you should be interviewed.
But insurance may not cover everything. Shall we also file disputes with the insurance company?
Well, let your attorney handle the insurance company.
Okay.
The next thing you should do is go ahead and seek medical treatment if you were injured, and have your attorney handle all the insurance inquiries and any other things that the insurance company may want from you.
What if I have a full coverage insurance? Do I still need to return an attorney?
Yes, you do, because the insurance companies, all insurance companies, only care about the insurance themselves. They do not care about you. They will try to deceive you and have you sign a settlement agreement which is way below what you are entitled to get, okay? The attorneys will provide you with all the benefits and everything that you are entitled to, all the compensation that you're entitled to. We will fight for you. Your insurance companies will not. So I would strongly recommend to seek legal counsel.
How are the out-of-pocket expenses in a case like this taken care of?
Well, out-of-pocket expenses, depending on what type of out-of-pocket expenses, but generally, most of the out-of-pocket expenses, if it's not your fault, will be compensated, will be reimbursed, okay?
By insurance.
once we settle the case. Now, regarding the property damage for the vehicle, I would strongly recommend to contact the insurance carrier, have them come with an adjuster, and for you to go to any body and fender shop to get the vehicle repaired. Then the body and fender shop will deal directly with the insurance carrier and they will issue a check to both your name and the body and fender shop after the work has been completed to your satisfaction. So any other out-of-pocket expenses such as car rental, it all depends whether or not your insurance company will cover it. If it's not your fault, if it's the other party's fault, generally that will be covered. If it's your fault, then it all depends on the type of policy that you have. But generally, I would say the majority of the times dealing with my cases, all the out-of-pocket expenses have been reimbursed to the client.
Even if it was my fault, so I can still get some reimbursed?
Yes, if it's your fault, you can if you have the right policy. So that's where I recommend that when you do obtain automobile insurance, to make sure that you are covered for both uninsured motorist, underinsured motorist, car rentals, towing, and various other matters. That way you can minimize your out-of-pocket expenses.
Typically, how long does it take to resolve a case like this?
Well, that's a very good question. It all depends because every case is unique. It all depends on the type and the severity of the injury. On minor impact cases such as yours, that could be resolved usually within a year or two. The most important thing is that you get better. You are made 100% whole. If you're injured, we want to make sure that you fully recover. If you have pain, we want to make sure that the pain subsides. So if it's just a sprain and a strain, a minor impact situation, usually it could get resolved even before pre-litigation. We do not have to file with the courts, but sometimes their insurance companies play hardball with us. So we have to file with the courts. And if we file with the courts, okay, which is usually done within the 2-year statute of limitation, then we have within 5 years, we have to prosecute the case.
It takes so long?
Normally it doesn't. I would say over 95% of the cases settle within the first 2 years.
Got it. So what are your expectations from me throughout this case?
Well, I would expect you, Julie, to be honest, be upfront with your attorney, and to continue seeking treatment with your physicians. I need your full cooperation. Whatever the doctor tells you and instructs you to do, go ahead and do them. If they prescribe any prescriptions for you, any medications, continue to take them until you're completely 100% recovered.
Okay, I will follow your advice. I collected some statistics. So it says in the US, there are over 6 million car accidents per year. More than 90 people die in car accidents every day. 3 million people in the US are injured every year in car accident. So, Isaac, what's your advice to the public who have never been in car accidents?
If unfortunately you do get involved in a car accident, automobile accident,
Have never been.
okay, and if you do get involved in one, put you this way, my best advice is to drive carefully, drive defensively, and always, always keep a distance from the car in front of you. And always have your eyes on the road. That's my advice. But if you do, unfortunately, get into an automobile accident, my first advice is to pull over, go to the other vehicle that collided with you or you collided with them, and render any aid if they need some. Make sure that they are okay. Then I would definitely state that to everyone. Just be calm, be cool, and if then we have to exchange information with the other driver. Obtain their driver's license. If you have a camera, take pictures of the impact, take pictures of their license number, okay? Get their insurance information. And if they're hostile towards you, then you will have to contact the police,
That's the basic knowledge everyone should have in their mind.
Exactly, and look for any witnesses also. See if anybody saw what actually occurred, and obtain their contact information, because that would definitely be helpful in your case.
Okay, so if a foreigner has a car accident in the United States, what should they do?
Well, I want to make sure that if a foreigner comes into the United States and they rent a car, make sure they obtain insurance. They're covered for insurance, because that's really significant. What should they do? The same thing as everybody else does. Pulls over, cooperate, okay? Exchange information with the other side. And if they have to, if someone is injured, then call 911 and have the ambulance come. If to the aggrieved and injured party. If nobody's injured and you exchange information, there's no reason to contact the police. The police usually will not show up anyway. But if, let's say, the other side did not want to provide you with any information, then you have no other choice but to contact 911 and ask the dispatcher to dispatch a police out there at such and such a location.
Will they get compensation if it's the other party's fault?
Yes, even if you're a foreigner, you will get compensated because the law in the United States protects everybody. It does not discriminate. It's colorblind. It does not discriminate on anybody, whether you're a foreigner or whether you're not. If it's not your fault and that was determined, then yes, you're entitled to seek basically doctors, medical aid. You definitely are entitled to seek other health practitioners, and you're entitled to seek any compensation that you're entitled to as a result of this automobile collision.
Great. So Isaac, what else we did not cover you would like to share with us?
Recently, there's been a lot of information regarding the gynecologists from both USC and UCLA in which they have sexually assaulted, or there was at least inappropriate touching with a lot of the female clients. Female clients basically who had any kind of problem and they needed to see a gynecologist.
Okay.
And if that is the case, we'd be more than happy to provide you with free consultation. Give us a call and we'll be more than happy to provide you with free consultation and help you, as there has been a fund set aside for any females that have seen Dr. James Heaps from UCLA or any other physicians, and there's been inappropriate touching or there's been other kind of sexual assaults. And then from USC, Dr. George Tyndall. There's I believe almost $250 million that have been set aside, and most attorneys are not comfortable with that. They think that number should be much, much higher. So we'll be more than happy to provide you with any consultation, with any advice, and we'll be more than happy to represent you and provide you with all the remedies that are available to you.
Thank
That's
you so
correct.
much, Isaac, for sharing with us so much information that's really helpful.
It's been a pleasure. I'm honored. Thank you.